Good guy, that Mike Garafolo. Woody Johnson, never afraid to speak his mind, which is great for us and our weekly visit with Mike Garafolo from the NFL Network because it gives us lots to talk about. And Mike, I guess it's understandable why the owner is upset. They're the lone remaining winless team in the National Football League. But Woody Johnson did, Mike, apparently show a little bit of faith in another new face to the franchise.
Yeah, he did. You did see Christopher Johnson at some point, Woody's brother, who did run the franchise while Woody was the ambassador to the United Kingdom while Donald Trump was in president his first time here in the U.S. Christopher Johnson was walking through the lobby. He was the first one to come through and was stopped by a couple of reporters. And he said, "I don't think I'm the one that you want to talk to." No, Woody Johnson was the one who had the opinions. He was asked about Aaron Glenn. And, the fact that this is an 0-7 team and this team has not gotten off to a great start. And does this mean potentially it was going to be a one and done for Aaron Glenn? And he sort of took a right turn and made it about Justin Fields and said, "I don't think any head coach with a quarterback that's playing the way that he is would be successful." I don't think I've ever heard an owner talk about a quarterback who is, as of right now, an active starter, because they haven't made it official. Although I do think on Wednesday you're going to hear Aaron Glenn say that it's going to be Tyrod Taylor moving forward for the team. I don't know what this does to Fields' credibility inside the locker room. I think in a way it was probably a shot to maybe wake him up and give him a little bit of a boost potentially from Woody Johnson. But that is the job of the coaching staff ordinarily, to get that done. I do think one thing came crystal clear out of this is that in Woody Johnson's mind, as we sit here right now, Aaron Glenn is not going to be a one and done, and that he believes that, like Glenn said, and I did ask him this, he didn't really give a direct answer, but Glenn has said this is going to take some time. Obviously, Woody Johnson believes that he is on the right path. He did say that he goes to the facility every day and gives Aaron Glenn a hug, which I guess is a good sign. I don't have a whole lot of bosses in my past that hugged me, although when I did work at Fox, I did have a coworker who hugged me a lot. His name was Jay Onrait.
Yeah, well, listen, I like to make sure that you get all the love that you deserve, Mike, because you deserve your flowers and your hugs. Hey, I wanted to ask you about JJ McCarthy. Looks like he's close to returning. Vikings rookie QB. He didn't look great before he got injured. Carson Wentz is in there. They're last in the NFC North. Is McCarthy destined to get his starting job back as soon as he returns?
It seems that way, and Carson Wentz has played pretty well. I honestly, he's played better than I thought he would, because he has struggled mightily, and he's made some big-time mistakes in key spots for teams in recent years. Although, when he's played the last couple of years, it's been late in the season, Week 17, Week 18, and you go, hey, there's a little something there. It looks like Carson Wentz is sort of resetting himself, and I think he certainly has done that with the Vikings. That'll help him get a job as a number 2 moving forward. But I believe, based on what Kevin O'Connell said today, which is that they put McCarthy on the field to see if he was ready to go, decided he wasn't there yet, and that maybe if it wasn't a short week for them, they weren't playing on Thursday night, that he would have a chance. So that tells me JJ McCarthy is in line to start the Vikings next game after this 10-day layoff. Look, the reported time for this injury has been sort of all over the place. I've seen anywhere from 2 to 4 to up to 6. It's a high ankle sprain. This is about the time that it takes. I think it was convenient for the Vikings that this happened, because JJ McCarthy did need a reset, but there was nothing manufactured or fudged about this one. JJ McCarthy, they want him to be 100% when he comes back, because he needs that confidence boost. We saw the last time JJ McCarthy was playing, he was struggling with the mental aspects of the game. They feel like maybe stepping away for a while is going to help him. I do expect him to be the Vikings quarterback when he is able to return following this game here on Thursday night.
And our viewers may have noticed that Mike is not joining us from either his holiday home or his rented apartment or his house that's under renovation.
We've been all over the place.
He's now in what looks like a beautiful Best Western Plus. He's at the NFL fall meetings. Mike, anything, and I know fans are so jonesing for this, anything that could potentially be coming our way in terms of rule changes?
Yeah. Not right now. That happens in the spring. We are at the Intercontinental, which is where the NFL meeting is happening here in Manhattan. I don't think I have the same room as some of the owners. They may have had the suites upstairs, but happy to be here in the hotel and happy to be covering the event. This is the time, though, where you start to lay the groundwork. If you're an owner who's got an opinion on a certain rule that needs to be changed. I'm going to get to that one in a second. In the meantime, they're happy with the kick return, the dynamic kick return. They feel like, as Troy Vincent, the NFL's vice president, likes to say, put the foot back in the game. So there was some talk about that. There was talk about playing surfaces, which has been a hot topic nearby MetLife Stadium. They continue to say that MetLife Stadium, despite the fact that people think it is a house of horrors for injuries, stacks up really well with some other stadiums in the league and some playing surfaces in the league as well. There's talk about expanding the international games. I think you're going to see that as we get closer to the Super Bowl. Some other venues internationally, Jay, that we are going to see. Maybe we can get a game back in Toronto, maybe back up there. That'd be nice to go see you guys again. But the biggest thing when it comes to rule changes is the tush push.
Yes.
And it's been a discussion about, is it hard to officiate? Look, it doesn't look like a football play. We had health and safety. Those really didn't stick. Now it's going to be that it's hard to officiate. And I know you're at home, you're watching it, and you're saying, that false start was unbelievably blatant. How come they didn't flag it? And they're saying because it's so tightly packed, the officials on either side, all the way across the field on the sideline, can't see that movement on the interior. So I believe when we get to March in Arizona, the annual league meeting where the rules changes are enacted, I think that's going to be the topic and the storyline with regard to the struggle to officiate it. I think that is where we're going to finally see the tush push banned and out of the NFL, the groundwork continuing to be laid here in October.
Mikey, you said I used to give you hugs at Fox. I think they had to ban the tush push at Fox, if I recall correctly. That was something they had to ban years ago when we were working there.
Well, your push was extremely strong, Jay. It was just that, I think that was the issue there. Not so much that it was hard to officiate, but you got stronger hands than you look like you have.
I appreciate it, buddy. Go raid that mini fridge. Do it, buddy, and charge it to the company.
Those little bottles, those are my favorite. You can have a bunch.
You're going to have a bunch tonight. I know you are. Thanks, Mike.